Welcome to the guide for SCP 2006. Here we will cover all 10 of 2006's forms, go over special containment procedures, and other mechanics. SCP-2006 is a key-to-class entity located in Con X, near 929. 2006's stated goal is to cause feelings of fear or horror in as many humans as possible. To accomplish this, 2006 has the ability to transform into any form it desires. 2006 demonstrates a fondness for taking the form from various horror and science fiction movies that it has witnessed. The most common form, or the monkey form, comes from Roman, from the 1953 movie Robot Monster. SCP-2006 is located in Con X, near SCP-939 and the nuke room. Stepping in, you will find a large chamber with a skylight exposing the exterior. Straight ahead, there are some decorational props, including a whiteboard hinting towards 2006's shape-shifting abilities. On the right, there is a media storage room that holds all of the cassette tapes, which could be shown to 2006. Stepping back into the chamber, the left piston door will lead to 2006's main containment room. There are some Class D testing pads and a gate control room that controls the massive door that serves as a security measure for 2006. The chamber control room controls all of the room's functions, including the gate. Similar to 096, the cage door must be closed before opening the gate door and vice versa. This can of course be avoided using CI. The cassette player can be used to view and test 2006's various media forms. Before we look at the 10 forms, we first have to look at its default passive state. This is the least dangerous form of 2006, and this form does no damage. In this passive state, 2006 will occasionally chase and attempt to scare the nearest player. If it gets close enough, 2006 will stomp the ground and create a red circle in a small radius. If there are any players in this circle, there will be a 33% chance of 2006 transforming into one of its 4 media forms. After losing its transformation, 2006's antennas will turn yellow for a short time, indicating that it cannot transform until they turn back to blue. If there are no players in the circle, 2006 will laugh. If it comes within visual contact of something that it can transform into, it will inspect the object closely and turn into said form shortly after. The only way to revert 2006 from a hostile form is by shooting or leading it back into containment and playing the monkey tape. Now we will be moving on to the media forms. 2006 can become one of these 4 forms by scaring people, or can be found in the media storage room. The first media form is the killer form. This form is likely inspired by Jason Voorhees from the Friday the 13th series. 2006 wields a machete and a knife, one being melee and the other being ranged respectively. If you get too close to this form, you'll be decapitated pretty quickly. The film and game is called Thursday 12 and shows killer in front of an abandoned building. The next form we will be covering is the clown form. In this form, 2006 wields a wooden hammer and shoots water from its water rose. The water rose shoots every few seconds when in range and trips you, likely meant to slow you down so 2006 can block you with this wooden hammer. The film is called That and shows clown likely in front of a carnival setting. Next up we have Frankenstein's monster. This form is likely inspired by the novel Frankenstein, and 2006 does not wield any weapons. However, the bolts in its neck fire lightning every few seconds, and it uses its fists in order to do heavy damage to their victims. The film is called Frankenstein and shows Frankenstein's monster in front of a ruined building or wall. The final media form is the ghost form. Like Frankenstein, Ghost does not wield any weapons, however, it will damage you by quickly draining your HP or your soul. After killing a victim, Ghost will become slightly more transparent for a short amount of time. This film is called Pretty Normal Activity and shows Ghost inside of a wooden house. Next, we will be moving on to the SCP forms. 2006 can become one of these forms by observing certain SCPs similar to the media forms. These SCP forms are exclusively for CI since cross-testing on 2006 isn't allowed. The first form we will be covering is the 017 form. In this form, 2006 appears to be a purple, larger, and faster version of 017. When in this form, 2006 will emit a lower 017 sound upon visual contact, and begin heading towards the victim. Unlike 017, 2006 is actually immune to the UV flashlight. The kill effect is the same as 017. Next, we have the 457 form. In this form, 2006 is a blue, larger, and quicker form of 457, indicating that 457 is hotter in temperature. Upon visual contact, 2006 will begin chasing its victim. When it gets close enough, 2006 will begin emitting fire, which isn't directed towards the player, unlike 457's fire breath. The kill effect is the same as 457. Next up is the OOA form. In this form, 2006 is a green, larger version of the regular OOA zombie, and emits clouds of the OOA virus, which deals slower damage if in contact. This form is currently the only 2006 form that doesn't kill you, and is probably the fastest way to contract OOA. Finally, we have the 035 form. 2006 appears to be a larger version of 035 with similar speed. 2006 will always have the comedy mask no matter what, even if it is shown a tragedy 035. It's basically an NPC version of 035. There are currently 2 secret forms for 2006. These forms are the most powerful forms in the game, and aren't as widely known as the others. The first of the 2 secret forms is the 076 form. You'll need to get 076 into visual contact for 2006, then it will begin observation. After a brief pause, you will have your 076 form. 2006 appears to be a white-haired, larger version of Abel with a blue robe. Upon visual contact, 2006 will let out a yell and start charging at the closest player. It will also throw Abel's sword every few seconds, similar to 076's Blade Barrage ability. These swords have similar properties as well, and will stick you to a surface or wall and despawn after a few seconds. If within melee contact, 2006 will slice the victim, quickly terminating them. Alright, so the final form of 2006 is going to be the Bateman Form. This form is a very secret form that I won't specifically tell you how to get. But yeah, I will say that this tape took me a very, very long time to get. It took me like 40 minutes to get, but you know, Bateman Form does that. So he's going to inspect the tape, and then he's going to turn into Melstead. Oh my god. So yeah, the Bateman Form takes form of, obviously, Melstead. I'd say he's pretty OP. So yeah, we're going to test him really quickly. That was really quick, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, that's the Bateman Form. I'm pretty sure he has a long-range attack that does a lot of damage, and also a close-range attack with the fish, obviously, but you know. Oh yeah, he does like a, yeah, long form. Oh my god, I exploded. No! Bro. Breaching SCP-2006 can grant you many advantages, similar to any other Connex SCP. Breaching is pretty simple. If you are a CI, you will be able to open the gate and the cage door at the same time. If it is enraged, make sure the Space Terror tape is playing. When 2006 is passive, rope and lead it out of containment. After this, you can either lead 2006 to an SCP or an SCP form, or just stay in its radius when it tries to scare you. The secret forms are very effective, but very difficult to get. You will either need an 076 instance to get close to 2006, or spend time getting the Bateman tape. Recontaining is a bit more complicated. 2006 will most likely be enraged when you try to recontain it, so more complex strategies will be needed. One method of recontainment is leading it back to its containment cell. If you're going to try this, make sure the gate and containment door are both open. Once you enter, run straight into the chamber control room and close the door. Make sure to close the gate quickly, or 2006 may wander out. After you have 2006 in this area, you can either wait for it to wander back into containment, or lead it back into containment yourself. Without proper timing with the door, there's a decent chance 2006 will wander back out. This strategy is risky and best done with more people. A safer method that can be done more consistently is leading it to a barrier. I usually use one of these two since they are the closest to 2006's containment. Make sure to lead 2006 farther to the wall so that you can aim better and have a lower chance of it wandering out of the barrier. The last method I know is using pure firepower. However, banding an army together is pretty difficult in most situations. That was the guide for SCP-2006. If I did miss any features or mechanics, let me know down in the comments below. This was by far one of my most difficult videos to make, so if you like this video, please consider subscribing. I'm trying to hit 10k before the end of the year, and it would help me out a lot. Anyways, let me know which SCP you want me to do next, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, see ya.